It's crazy to even think this guy was injecting liters of this stuff in his chest so close to his heart. All for something that looked more like balloons or airbags than actual chest. Hi folks, it's Uranus from Brussels. Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about a dangerous trend in the bodybuilding and fitness industry, Synthol injections. People are injecting themselves with oil straight into their muscles to dramatically increase their size without doing any effort. And this Brazilian fella was certainly one big fan of Synthol. His name was Valdir Segato, and he certainly took things too far, as his muscles look more like big airbags, and unfortunately he recently passed away after years of Synthol abuse. Alright, let's look deeper into it. So Synthol is composed of 85% oil, 7.5% lidocaine and 7.5% benzyl alcohol. It acts as a sort of implant. Once you inject it, your muscle becomes almost instantaneously more bigger. Unlike steroids, Synthol can be bought legally, but you would be incredibly stupid to do so and inject it into you, and I will explain why in a minute. Originally, Synthol was used in the bodybuilding world for masking lacking body parts before competition, but it got made really popular by social media these past years, and a couple of years ago we started to see the so-called Synthol freaks. Of course, the advantage is that without any single effort you can get huge and jacked, but the downside is that you also look like a cartoon character. Some guys go as far as injecting liters of this stuff into their bodies, and our Brazilian friend Valdir was one of them. He didn't see the result that he wanted in the gym, and he wanted to increase the size of his muscles, so he turned to Synthol injections. He was made famous because of this, and it soon turned into an addiction and he couldn't stop anymore. He wanted to get bigger and bigger. Originally he wanted to increase the size of his arms a little bit, but once he started doing it, social media made him a star, and I believe he has more than 2 million followers on TikToks. And so even after multiple warnings from doctors and health physicians, he kept on injecting this oil into his bodies, and multiple liters of them. For some reason, these cases are really popular in South American countries like Brazil. Valdir was injecting this into his arms, biceps, triceps, into his chest and into his neck and back muscles. If you ask me, this is a prime example of body dysmorphia, and it looks deformed. Anyone that respects the discipline of proper bodybuilding will tell you that this is just outrageous. It makes people look disproportionate, and it's actually almost an insult to proper bodybuilding. And unfortunately, this Brazilian took things way too far, and he passed away at 55 years old. No autopsy was performed on his body, but it was confirmed he experienced shortness of breath and he collapsed in a hospital from possible heart issues. It's crazy to even think this guy was injecting liters of this stuff in his chest so close to his heart. All for something that looked more like balloons or airbags than actual chest muscles. Now, other than looking like Frankenstein, side effects include possible infections, and some guys that have massive abscesses full of pus and yellow excrements had to drain that out of their muscles because they had infections. Injections can reduce the blood flow to the muscle, and if the blood flow is reduced, you can actually have gangrene, and it can lead to amputations and more problems. Just by injecting this, you can have blood clots and strokes, and also to that I would add injury to the gym, because these guys actually look massive, but their strength is complete shit. They didn't build this muscle by working in the gym and by building the strength naturally, so I could actually imagine them getting injured much more easily. And also, last but not least, your muscles will permanently be disfigured. Before the Cove ended my social life, I used to go to the biggest fitness expo in Germany every year, and I met a lot of bodybuilders there. If a guy was using Synthol, you could tell straight away, because the muscle is big, yes, but the shape has a weird shape. It's not natural, and sometimes the forearm, for example, completely doesn't align with the rest of the arm muscle, the biceps and the triceps. It doesn't align. So I really don't get guys that barely lift and that inject liters of this stuff into their body, because it's a dangerous compound, and by now there are tons of examples out there. If you're gonna put your life in danger, then you might as well just take steroids and actually grow real muscles instead of fake ones, right? Alright, that was it for today. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, subscribe if you like my content, catch you on the next one. Uranus out.